Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, hey, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business on this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning. So you must be up to speed with all that is America's team. Let me start this video out by saying thank you to everyone who helped out and showed up at the tailgate. We had an incredible time. Unfortunately, with the wind being the gusts that were out there, I couldn't set up my Mevo camera to go ahead and live stream, and the signal wasn't really good. It's about an $800 camera, so if it blows over and falls down, not a good thing. I won't be able to live stream my videos and things to you guys, so we didn't chance it. But E2 Blue and Michael Anthony Fitness and DMV Dallas Cowboys took a lot of videos and things. I was in the game with Clarence, and we were live streaming in there, and those guys were putting out videos out in the parking lot, and they had a great crowd around. Only TV that was actually broadcasting the game in the parking lot, and they had all kinds of people that joined in. Now, I did take a lot of videos while I was working in there and cooking and meeting fans and stuff, and we had people from all over. We had people from Newport, Rhode Island. We had people from South Carolina, from Georgia, from Virginia Beach, Richmond, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, all over. We even had this father and son that came up from Canada and said they had never been at a tailgate before. It looked like we were having a great time and wanted to know if he could join us. I'm like, come on, man. Our motto is spread the mojo. Your family now. So we had a great time, and I want to thank all the fans that showed up. Thank everybody who did donations to help put that on, and hopefully everybody had a great time. But we'll do some videos on that. But sometimes in life you have foreshadowing. That's when something happens that tells you what something's going to happen down the road. And Saturday night, I was at the team hotel talking with Mike Fisher, and he said sometimes you're too optimistic about the Cowboys. And I said, you know what? I'm not just a half glass full kind of guy. I'm a guy that's happy that I even have a glass. And maybe I have always been too optimistic, try and find the silver lining in everything. But we got screwed again. Now, don't get me wrong. Redskins, their defense played a hell of a game. They shut down Zeke Elliott 33 yards. That's it. And there's plenty of blame to go around. You can look at our offensive line. You can look at receivers dropping the ball. You can look at Dak Prescott fumbling. There's plenty of stuff to go around. Not just the officials. And I know we now have Redskin trolls. That's right. We used to have the giant trolls in 2016 until they went downhill. Then last year we kept building up to Eagle trolls till basically first couple weeks of the season. And lo and behold, we now have true Redskin cockroaches. Because see, Redskin fans, we've been looking for Redskin fans. They don't show. They don't show up to the party till after they won. They didn't say anything during hate week. Not a word. But that's cool. That's cool. Just understand one thing. When you come into Joe Woo's man cave, you at least man up. Don't be a fair weather fan. We get accused of being bandwagon fans. But you know what? I'm here every day. I was there at FedEx Field. I even congratulated you cockroaches. I manned up. I said you had a better team yesterday. Although, I will say there were some things that could have happened. But then again, you guys could have gotten a touchdown there on the goal line instead of kicking a field goal, literally there on the 1 yard line. And you could have caught that Hail Mary in the end zone and the game would have been a blowout. So I'm giving credit to you. I'm looking at my team right now and problems that we have yet to address over the last 8 years. But let's listen to Tony Dungy.
And that Cowboys-Redskins finish, here's what the league said about an illegal snap penalty, snap infraction that was called, questioning the illegal ball movement that they say deemed Dallas, or Washington, I should say, to come offside. Tony, we've watched this over the last couple hours.
This was a terrible call, Mike. An illegal snap has to be abrupt movement or something unusual. The Dallas center is neither one of those. He's not abrupt and it's not unusual. That is his normal motion. He did it on the snap before that. We'll see the next snap. He does the exact same thing. This was a bad call that moved the ball back 5 yards for Dallas.
And you mentioned.
Okay, so we got screwed. But I'm not going to say that that was the screwing that I'm talking about. See, here's the problem. This goes back to coaching. This is Jason Garrett's DNA. See, understand that this is the same as the catch, no catch. Everybody's going to focus in on this. Oh, the cow, we lost because the officials stole it. No. Stop that. In the same way people focus in on the catch, no catch. Oh, man, we got screwed because the catch, no catch. Stop leaving it in the officials' hands. Go for the jugular. Because this is not where we got screwed. This, my friends, goes back to coaching. Okay? When we look at not going for it on fourth down against the Texans, you really look at the play before where it was 3rd down and 2, and you did a dive, a draw dive. Instead of trying to blow men off the line, you have your offensive lineman take a pass step and then try and block. By that time, Texans, with that rush, got upfield, stopped the play for no gain. That was the play that was called. That kind of play, you want to hit hard and you want to drive your man off the block. So that's, to me, it's not the 4th down, it's the 3rd down call. The catch, no catch. It was 4th down and 1, and you went for it all, as opposed to having the best running back in football and the best offensive line and blowing the opposition off the line of scrimmage and getting the 1 yard and keeping the clock going. It's coaching. Well, here's the thing here. We had a 1st down on the 30-yard line, 12 seconds to go, and a timeout. 12 seconds to go, and a timeout. It's a 30-yard field. Excuse me, you're on the 30-yard line. It's a 47-yard field goal right now. Your offense is clicking. Their cornerback was hurt. There's nobody there to cover Cole Beasley. And your offense had moved the ball rather quickly to this point. Dak was hitting some receivers, 273 yards, and the Cowboys had momentum. The crowd was silent then. You had 12 seconds to go. If nothing else, you try to get some more yardage to get closer for the field goal. It was windy out there. We had 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This, my friends, is coaching. Instead, you say, yeah, we'll go for a 47-yard field goal. Good. Our kickers only missed 1 field goal all season. You had enough time that you could have run another play. You could have gone for the end zone. You could have used any part of the field with that timeout. You could have at least tried to get closer. Yet, you didn't. Did a running play. Just trying to set up the kick. And herein lies the problem. Whenever we get to the pressure cooker situations, we fail. Every time. Playoffs, win or get in, it's just the way it is. And I don't understand why Jerry Jones is satisfied with this kind of result. This is the second game in 3 weeks that it goes down to coaching. And again, you can put blame all over the place in this game because collectively it's a team. In the end, players have to perform. I get that. But you can't have coaching mistakes that just aspirated. Let me read what I believe Brian Brodus actually said, so it's not just my words. As much as I appreciate Jason Garrett going for it on fourth down early in the game, I was disappointed by the clock management in the final minute. I was watching from our studio, pleading for him to go for the win. The nickel corner, well, let me start over, guys. It's been a rough night. As much as I appreciate Jason Garrett going for it on fourth down early in the game, I was disappointed by the clock management in the final minute. I was watching from our studio, pleading for him to go for the win. Fabian Moreau, the nickel corner for the Redskins, got knocked out of the game. At that point, the Redskins had no one to cover Cole Beasley because they weren't going to move Josh Norman. The protection was holding up, and Beasley was feeling it. Besides that, Prescott had done a nice job on holding on to the one timeout, so this wasn't going to be an issue. What I don't understand is how do you just run 2 offensive snaps in the final minute of that game? The Cowboys had the Redskins on their heels. The momentum was clearly in their favor. Even if you don't like my idea of going for the win, why not give your kicker a better shot for the field goal by getting closer? And closer, you're the one closer, and then you suffer that penalty. It's still potentially a makeable kit. So, yeah. Yeah. Today's not going to be a pretty day. Today, I'm going to kind of go through and take my rose-colored glasses off, and I'm going to look around at all of the things that were messed up. And there's plenty of stuff to go around. Offensive line got their lunch handed to them. Wide receivers dropped too many passes. Coaching. And then, of course, there's the referees calling all sides on the field goal. And, of course, our quarterback with the 2 fumbles. Any one of those things were a little bit different, you get a victory. But unfortunately, we don't. And we got 2 weeks to get this thing figured out. Jerry Jones left without saying a word. And it's a bye week. Is change coming? I don't know. But what's clear is the experiment on receivers did not work. The receiver by committee ain't it. They got to do something in a hurry to address that situation because the guys we don't have a playmaker. We don't have a security blanket. We don't have guys. Well, let me stop there. Gallup had a good game. Cole Beasley is coming on, but we need a playmaker. So, guys, thanks again for all you've done. Supporting me, the channel, the tailgate, and everything else. I'm going to end this video with saying that better days are coming because, to me, this is kind of rock bottom. I'm Mark Holmes. Joe Boo, of course, is taking it kind of hard. And I'll see you guys soon.